Today is the day that we're going to be driving from Sydney to Coffs Harbour with the Tesla. And this would be our second trip, I guess, from Sydney to Brisbane. We're stopping at Coffs Harbour for the day, and we're expected to stop in 2 different spots while we're doing this particular journey. We're not doing a 12-hour drive straight to Brisbane this time around, and we'll see how much it costs when we're doing this. At this stage, we are in Epping, renting an Airbnb, and we'll see what the car look like at 6:30 in the morning or so at the moment. Extension lead is highly recommended to bring on your Airbnb if you are having a electric vehicle. Check it out. So the Airbnb located in the back of the primary home. Definitely highly recommended. We have it charge in the back. We charge this overnight. So
in 200 meters, turn right onto Anthony Street.
We'll be
turn left onto Fields Avenue.
We'll be stopping at Supercharge in Raymond Terrace. At the moment, 6:30 in the morning. Expectation to get there 8:30 if we're leaving now, but we won't be leaving until about 7 o'clock or so. So we'll see what it looked like. We charge this overnight. Apparently it's gonna be a while before it gets to 100%. That's interesting. It's just going up and down, up and down. Never seen that one before. But yeah, so apparently it will take about 1.5 hours or so, or nearly just under 2 hours before we get there, with an expectation roughly about 50% by the time we get to Raymond Terrace. But we will see. We've been to this particular charging station in Raymond Terrace. What we like about it, at least we can stretch our legs, go grab something to eat, go to the toilet break, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you when we started driving. Alrighty, this is our route. So by the end of the day, we ended up leaving at 7:30 in the morning, 90% state of charge. Expectation roughly, and the first charge will be at 9:15, roughly about 52%. It will get us about to get there about 1 hour and 50 minutes. We'll see where it goes. And at the moment it's 27 degrees in Sydney, going to Raymond Terrace. Okay, certain things change. We're actually going to go to Taree instead. At the moment we're supposed to charge somewhere around here in, where is it? Heatherbury, somewhere in Newcastle area.
Or Raymond Terrace.
Raymond Terrace, yeah. So instead of that, apparently it changed. Now we're gonna go to Taree within about 11 o'clock, 1.5 hours time to go. Current stage is at 9:30 or so. See you when we get to the supercharger.
So we're on our way to Taree. Apparently it's going to be down to 10%. But when we first put it, it says 16. And once we start driving, it's going down to 13, 11, and 10.
So with this rate, it's probably about 5% by the time we're in the supercharge.
Oh, it's fluctuating between 10 and 11 so far. So, but normally it's quite accurate.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. We haven't done the variable. Let's say if there's traffic, breakdown, but hopefully based on this, there's no traffic, there's no red area. So we
comparison.
roundabout and take the
It
third
was
exit.
hovering between 8 and 9, 10%. Won't be surprised will be 8% when we're there. Still got 6 minutes to go, 4 kilometers.
Yeah.
But it's quite accurate.
Yeah. We'll see what it looked like when we get there. When we actually find the
Supercharge.
supercharge.
Apparently it's very new, open in June 2024. And they have shopping center next to it, toilet. I need to go toilet.
Manning Street.
In 200 meters,
We're
enter the roundabout.
at
and
Hungry
take the second
Jack's.
exit.
So this is Taree in Winter Street. Ooh. Trucks. Okay, so apparently at this stage there is about 12 charging stations available.
No
Now
one
enter the
is
roundabout
using
and
it.
take the second exit.
Normally they have 12. I realized most of them they have 12.
Yeah, there's 10 or 12 or so. You going, but Macquarie Street.
Pretty easy drive.
It's on the road.
Cool.
Never seen it this way before.
Oh, that's very easy to spot.
Okay, outside of a park.
Where's
Now
the
your
shopping end now?
destination is on the
Must be
right.
back there.
That was
Yeah.
it. So, okay,
Okay, cool.
so we're gonna take this one here next to the.
No car behind you.
So this is the charging bay.
Now we got 9%. Quite accurate to what it predicted. But then funny thing we found is the first time it's not preconditioning for the battery.
Next stop,
Charge.
if we don't recharge,
Minus
it's
55.
minus 55 on our accommodation. All right, here we go, Taree. So I believe this is a new one. It seems like the new ones have this thing on it, which is pretty cool. So we're at A1 at Taree. It's not working. Uh-oh, it's not working. Okay, here we go. Yay! It's charging. Okay, finally charging. Here we go. Let's see how long is it going to cost us. It makes some sort of noise. Fortunately, someone did graffiti on this particular number one, but the rest of them is not. The rest of them is available. So overall, there's 12 on the side of the road, and here we go. As this thing's gonna charge for a while, let's see how long it's gonna take. Apparently it's very fast. 171 kilowatts, 1,200 kilometers per hour charge. 25 minutes of charge that we need before we head towards our accommodation in NRMA Darlington Beach. That was kind of scary. I can't even open it, but I forgot that you can actually open it ourselves manually. And see you in about 25 minutes. So expecting by the time I get back in the car, it's roughly at about 11:30 or ish, somewhere around there. Let's see how we go. Now it's already at 15%. So that's the shopping center across the road from Coles near the roundabout, and the charging bay is right there. So we're gonna stretch our legs, get supplies, and do the bathroom break for another 20 minutes, 25 minutes or so. All right, so finally we just went to Taree. Half an hour break, 11:30 right now. Apparently if we were to drive right now, we should be able to get to our accommodation at about 8% or so. This is at 88% completion. So yeah, there won't be another stop, I don't think, until we get to accommodation. We're probably gonna wait for another 5 minutes, so that way at least it becomes 10%, let's say maybe about 95% charge. If that was the case, if we were at about 95%, we should get there roughly about above 10%. It was a little bit scary when it was under 10% arriving. So because it's unpredictable in the accommodation, we've never been there before, so probably best if we just charge it a little bit more. So the location is kind of good because in this shopping center at the end of the road there is Coles, there's a bathroom break, there's a few cafe. Location of the charger, it's an open space. The only downside, if it rains, obviously, probably want to bring an umbrella, get it ready. At the moment we're on bay 1. There are 12 bays. We're the only one here. Somebody already hit the pole. So yeah, it's outside of a park, which is kind of good, easy accessible. I guess if you have kids, kick some ball, bring a ball as well. We didn't bring a ball, unfortunately. So this is Taree, very fast charging bay. All right. So now it is at 95% charge. By the time we get to accommodation, it's roughly about 15%. The range anxiety went down a little bit more. So we are gonna go now. We should be enough. We got here at about 11, now it's 11:30. And I guess we start unplugging and getting out of here. Another one coming in. Alrighty, my man. Unplug, please.
Here you go.
Does it work? No. The buttons, I don't think it's working, so we gotta unplug from the car instead. Do you want to unplug it from the car? Hang on a second, bud. So, unplugging it. Open. Cool. Wiggle it. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. That's it. Ta-da! It closes and
Yeah.
that's it. So be mindful for the charging bay number 1 next to the I guess this bay. The button doesn't work on there, so you gotta do it manually, either from your car or on your phone. So be mindful of that. Cool.
Smells like.
Alrighty, let's go.
So earlier we did supercharge at Taree. It was from 9% to almost 95%. Did the fast supercharge, it was $33. And now we're on the way.
Yeah, we're getting out of Taree now. Going to the Darlington Beach.
Coffs Harbour.
Coffs Harbour, okay. Alright, we are at Darling Beach Holiday.
Darlington Beach.
Darlington Beach Holiday Resort.
I think it's kind of our first time going to a holiday park on a weekday, non-school holiday. Oh, we did it when the kids were in daycare.
Yeah.
Someone's doing the same. And 22% left. Trying to steal the power from the cabin.
In 200 meters, turn right onto you.
Made it to NRMA Darlington Beach reception. Last charge was at Taree. Now we're at 22%. My wife just checking in. So from Epping, we left at about 7:30. Stop in Taree for a good half an hour for a stretch, and we arrive here at 2:30 p.m. just before 2:30 p.m. So we're gonna explore around Darlington Beach, I guess, and we're gonna be in one of these complex cabin. Probably gonna go to the beach and see how it goes. Staying here overnight, and yeah.